Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Introduction to Multi-Channel Single Message Marketing webinar. I'm your webinar host, Mike Brenhog, with my webinar co-host, Christy Bookman. Today's Mastering Marketing webinar is brought to you by Lexinet Corporation. And today we're going to share with you what multi-channel single message marketing is. Maybe you've heard this term, maybe you haven't. Either way, don't let it intimidate you. It's really a very natural and powerful way to communicate in a world that is overwhelmed with marketing messages. To frame this up so we're all on the same page, let me state the primary objective of marketing. The primary objective of marketing is to connect with your audience with the biggest impact to increase response rates, revenue, and fundraising. With that in mind, let me share with you one of the most effective ways to achieve that objective. If this isn't your primary objective, then multi-channel marketing won't have much value. See, marketing is not about just sending out a marketing solicitation piece. It's about achieving the primary objective, which can only be accomplished by engaging in an effective campaign strategy where multi-channel marketing tactics are used. So what is multi-channel marketing? Well, the simplest definition is targeting the right recipient with the right message using the right media. At Lexinet, we call it Show Me You Know Me marketing. After all, don't most people today feel like they want the organizations they're involved with or the companies they do business with to really know them? So let me illustrate for you and give you a bird's eye view of what multi-channel marketing is. See, multi-channel marketing is about you, the organization, the data. This is your recipient data. And as a university or a foundation, you have collected data on your students, alumni, and donors. In a world that is driven by technology and information, this data is the key to your marketing. And then we have the various marketing channels: social media, email marketing, website, direct mail, mobile marketing, events, and then there are many other channels as well. And then the most important, the recipient, your target audience. And the key objective with multi-channel marketing is to leverage the data that you have and aligning the right channel with the right message to the right recipient. And this way, your message will get noticed and increase your response and conversion rates. And that's what really multi-channel marketing is about. So why is multi-channel marketing important? Well, it doesn't matter if you're a nonprofit or a for-profit. The objective in recruiting and fundraising is to increase more enrollment, more charitable donations, which puts increase in response rates at the top of the list. To achieve that, your message needs to get noticed. Let's not forget that maximizing your budget is important also, because you have a lot you want to accomplish. You have other people that you're accountable to that are expecting big things. And like any budget, there's always the threat of budget cuts and doing more with less. But to really put it in perspective of how multi-channel marketing is the key to success of your campaign, let me share with you some of the marketing challenges we face today and the evolution of how various marketing tactics are hot and then they're not. And if you're not on top of it, you could be finding yourself spending your marketing dollars on the wrong marketing tactics. See, multi-channel marketing isn't a new term. It's just become more important because there are more organizations engaging in more marketing to keep their message top of mind with their audience. And at the same time, marketers are always looking for more effective marketing methods. So what is the evolution as we look at some of the challenges in the marketing evolution today? Some of the challenges we face today in marketing is that there are many marketing channels or methods, and there's not a one-size-fits-all marketing method. Today in the 21st century, with the technological, medical, and transportation advancements we have made over the past century, we are experiencing the largest ethnic and educational demographic in the history of the world that we are marketing to. So you take this into account, along with the fact that there is more marketing competition, or what I refer to as marketing inundation, your competition is not just the other organizations that you directly compete with. You're competing against all other marketers that market to your target recipient. You're competing to get their attention, to share your story, and to demonstrate your value to capture them through enrollment or donations. This is so important because too often organizations will analyze their competition when marketing, but fail to consider the most important objective, which is to connect and get noticed. You could have the best program in the world, spend an enormous amount of time and money on marketing, but if you're not reaching the right audience with your message, it's all for nothing. So when we look at today's marketing challenges, just to recap here, many marketing channels and one size doesn't fit all. We're faced with the largest age and ethnic education demographic in the history of the world, and there's plenty of marketing competition. And again, you're competing against all other marketers, not just those that you directly compete with. So you are no different. So here's a simple way for you really to experience firsthand what I'm talking about with the marketing challenges. So you're no different than the people that you are marketing to. So think about the various ways you are marketed to. Which marketing methods do you prefer, and what are the most effective to you? What captures your attention? What do you give more visual time to? See, we all have different preferences, and when you know your recipient's preferences, that will make your marketing more effective. You can really connect with them on a personal and emotional level. So talking about the marketing channel evolution, I want to share with you a very high level and just brief overview of the marketing channel evolution. Now there's no doubt that marketing is always changing and evolving, and technology has played a key role in how we market to reach our audience. Before the internet and email marketing, direct mail and print were a very effective way to market. In the early 2000s, email and websites and internet marketing became the hot approach. Today, people are annoyed with it because it's too much, and their inbox is literally being inundated, and they're being very selective on who and what they spend their time to give visual attention to. Some people go through and delete, delete, delete. Others will unsubscribe, and then others have spam filters. Just because you have a large database of thousands of contacts doesn't mean that your message is being noticed by thousands. It's a small percentage compared to what it used to be, but email marketing is still an important marketing channel when it comes to marketing. As a result of this, in 2008, people started to shift over to social media, and that became the hot marketing craze. Now everyone is doing it. And it's beginning to reach a point now where people are defriending people or hiding their posts because, again, it's too much and it becomes annoying. Mobile marketing is becoming the next hot thing, and in a few years people will be annoyed with that as well. I share this with you because one of the pitfalls organizations fall into is getting locked into one or two marketing channels because of the media hype or marketing budget. Believe it or not, hype and budget play a huge role in how organizations spend their time and money marketing to their audience. Unfortunately, it leads to poor results. As I mentioned at the beginning of the webinar, the primary objective of marketing is to connect with your audience with the biggest impact to increase response rates, revenue, and fundraising. It's about effective and impactful communication to achieve your objective, which requires you to stay abreast of how marketing evolves to avoid basing your decisions solely on hype and budget. See, if you love social media marketing because it's fun, cool, and believe it's inexpensive, yet you're not meeting your objective, then how effective is it really? As a master marketer, who is a person that understands the various marketing tactics and channels and how to leverage them together to make the biggest impact. And that's really what we're talking about today. It's about leveraging the various marketing tactics in your marketing campaign to make the biggest impact. Because if your message isn't timely, it's not effective. If your message isn't delivered in a channel that people, or if your message is delivered in a channel where people find it annoying, your message will have a negative impact and they'll tune you out or trash your message. So I want to share with you a marketing myth because, like I said, technology has a way of changing everything and changing marketing. In the past 15 years, technology has advanced and the print and direct mail industry has gone through many changes. There was a stage even as little as 5 years ago where there was some truth to this marketing myth that direct mail is dead or too expensive. See, and if you're looking at the old method compared to some of the new, maybe so. But, however, technology has a way of changing everything, and in the past 5 years, internet marketing has seen astronomical growth. More users, more people marketing on the internet, yet social media and websites and blogging and video. So think about how many users and people are on the internet marketing. All the internet marketers have been pushing the internet and ignoring direct mail. You may have heard things like, to send a mailer costs 30 to 40 cents, where I can send an email for pennies. Well, that is true. However, what needs to be taken into consideration is the total campaign cost and ROI. How has this changed the effectiveness of direct mail? Well, people are responding less to email and social media because there is so much email marketing that the industry has diluted the effectiveness of email. You can probably notice that with your own emails. As this was happening, internet marketers began shifting to social media, which is the reason there was an explosion. Now we have millions of people on the internet competing and diluting the marketing channel. Think about when you walk to your mailbox, your physical mailbox in your neighborhood, to pick up your mail. How much marketing competition do you have in your neighborhood mailbox? Very little, very little. So the old method of direct mail used to be mass marketing approach, get a huge database and send out hundreds of thousands of pieces and do it consistently. Well, like I mentioned before, technology has a way of changing everything. So print technology has changed. And instead of having to print large runs to get the piece cost down, now you can print short runs in full color for bigger impact. Technology has allowed us to leverage those multiple marketing channels to achieve even greater results. For example, an old direct mail piece would be the same image, same message, and mailed to hundreds of thousands. Today, based upon the information you have in your database, you can personalize the postcard specifically to the recipient with a different image, a different message, or even have a QR code to make the direct mail piece more valuable and interactive. You can also include your website address with a call to action or a special offer that is tailored specifically to the recipient and drive them back to your website, or a Facebook fan page or a Pearl. It becomes much more interactive and much more cost efficient. Think about the direct mail you receive today compared to the 5-10 years ago. Like most, you don't receive much mail in your mailbox. So it's less competition, less marketing competition in your mailbox, and your message is more likely to get noticed. So when you take your contact database and segment it and apply the new methods, and data-driven direct mail becomes very effective and cost-efficient. So when developing an effective multi-channel marketing campaign, don't discount direct mail. In fact, I would like to suggest that you download the white paper, Energize Your Fundraising, which is 3 keys to record-breaking results from the Lexanet701.com resource site. So what's involved with developing an effective marketing channel campaign? Well, there are 5 key points to focus on when developing a campaign. Data. Know your audience. The message, speak to them in their way. Design, the visual communication. Delivery strategy, using the right channel to connect and support your marketing message. and analyze results. Capture and analyze your results and fine-tune it. So I'd like to dive in just a little deeper to talk about this. Recipient data. The extent of your data that you have and the accuracy of the data will determine the marketing channels and how personalized your message can be. The more data you have, or really the more you know your recipient, the more personalized and effective your marketing will be. So don't assume that you know them and that your marketing efforts. It's all about capturing data and updating your data so that you really understand and you can connect with your recipients on a personal and emotional level. So an effective marketing channel campaign is only as good as the data you have. So as you look at these points here on the screen, do you really know them? Do you know their age, their likes, their dislikes, what's important, how they communicate, and what they respond to? A quality recipient database also provides you with options and allows you to be creative and selective. So on the next component of developing a multi-channel marketing campaign, it's the message. Much of today's marketing is blast marketing, sending the same message to everyone. So think about this for a moment. Look at your own personal life. We don't communicate with the same message, language, tone to everyone in our life. I mean, you don't talk to your grandmother the same way you talk to your kids, right? And why is that? Well, naturally, we want to communicate effectively. We want to connect with others. We want to be accepted and we want to belong. It's part of human nature. It's why multi-channel marketing is extremely powerful and effective. It allows you to connect one-to-one in a very efficient and cost-effective way to make it personal and emotional. So take the time to really understand your recipient, your objective, and what message they will respond best to. Email and direct mail, which are one-to-one marketing channels, allow you to personalize that message specifically to your recipients, whereas social media and advertising are one-to-many and targeted to large audiences. So when we look at the next segment, design. Design is absolutely important. You could have the greatest strategy, the best database using the right channels, but if the design of your marketing piece is not capturing the attention of the recipient, then it's not doing its job. You've probably heard that pictures are worth 1,000 words. In a world where we are inundated with marketing and have only seconds to capture the attention, design plays a critical factor to the success of your campaign. So make your design, your marketing piece, to really connect. And I talk about that personal and that emotional connection. So make it visually appealing and compelling and professional. And remember, pictures are worth 1,000 words. Use the pictures to tell your story. And images make it highly personal and allows you to capture their attention in those brief seconds that you have. And so one other point, when you look at your design, does your marketing convey the right message? And the design of your marketing piece will either support or damage your marketing efforts. And then we need to be thinking about delivery strategy. A solid multi-channel marketing campaign uses multiple channels to communicate to the recipient. Based upon your data and segmenting your data, choose a primary channel to connect on a personal level with your recipient and use other channels to support and enforce or reinforce that message. For example, I like using email or direct mail as my primary communication channel because it can be highly personalized to the recipient, and then follow up using social media and other advertising methods to support the primary message. Your delivery strategy should also take into consideration your touch frequency. Again, we're in a world where we are inundated with marketing messages, and one touch point is simply not enough, and your message will be lost. Reinforce your message with a follow-up marketing using multiple marketing channels. The other benefit of using multi-channel approach is your message will not only be seen more often, but will less likely be annoying to your recipients because you're not doing the same thing over and over. You're keeping it interesting and fresh and relevant, and you're connecting on that personal level. And then the fifth point when developing a multi-channel marketing is to analyze your results. As with any marketing campaign, continue to capture response data and analyze the results to improve your marketing efforts. And there are several resources and methods on what data to capture and how to measure the success of your marketing campaign. Marketing is about fine-tuning and dialing it in based upon not only the data that you have, but the channels that you have available to you. So I would like to recap the benefits of multi-channel marketing. One, it's to increase your response and conversion rate, which is absolutely critical. It's also to increase the enrollment, revenue, and fundraising, and maximize your marketing budget, communicate your message more effectively, and to tell your unique story with more impact. So I wish I had more time to go in depth on each one of on this subject, but keep in mind the benefits of multi-channel marketing, and don't let yourself get caught up in the hype of marketing. See, strategy and multi-channel, no matter where marketing or how marketing evolves, it really comes back to the strategy. Good marketers, they use multiple channels to get their point across, to get their message across, and to connect with the recipients. So what are the next steps? Well, the next step is to review and analyze your marketing campaign with these questions in mind. Are you effectively utilizing the various marketing channels to connect with your audience? Is your marketing message speaking to your ideal recipients? Are your marketing efforts falling short of what you expect and costing you money? So I also invite you to visit our marketing resource page at lexinet701.com, where you'll find additional information, case studies, and white papers. There's an abundance of information out there available on the internet as well. So I want to thank you for joining us today for our introduction to multi-channel marketing and single message. I hope you find that it was extremely valuable, and I want to let you know that at Lexinet, we're here to assist you. This is our expertise, and if you would like to speak with one of our marketing consultants, we offer a complimentary marketing consultation. So don't hesitate to take us up on the offer. We can tell you where your marketing is working and where it can be approved. In this webinar, we've recorded it. If you would like to review it again or share it with others, please do so. It'll be available on our lexinet701.com resource website. So that is it. I hope you have a wonderful day and happy marketing.